Hey, love, hey. Welcome to Style Therapy, a Zen Zone conversation space where wardrobe and wellness collide. Hey, guys. So, if you are tuning in, this is a spirit check episode. It is December 13th at about 11:48 a.m. I just wrapped up a wardrobe planning call with an amazing woman named Shauna. She's just a unicorn. And if you don't know her, I'll definitely go ahead and add some details in the show notes about her journey so you can just see what I mean by unicorn, because she's absolutely that. But our conversation really put some things into perspective for me, and I wanted to just do a quick spirit check-in to let y'all know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, what's going on with me right now. And then, yeah, we can get into this holiday season because Christmas is like next week. And even though we really don't subscribe to the holiday things of it all, it's more about the family and fellowship for us. Definitely checking in to see how you're feeling during the season is super key and clutch. So here is another spirit check episode, y'all. All right, so we like to start off this conversation with what I'm wearing. So today I am doing a little cozy situation. I have on a cardigan that is slightly oversized. It's got some pockets. It's three different colors. It's more like a panel of colors here. It's like a navy blue, a tan, and like a cream. And then I have on these nice light, kind of complementary colored athleisure pants and just a yitty bra. So I'm keeping it super simple. I'm barefoot. I'm at my desk. No, I am not wearing any healing hardware right now, but it's mainly because I'm in the house. I'm chilling. This is not necessarily an admin day, but it's just a day where I'm behind the computer. I've been working from bed. So just a little bit of a lazy, productive day. But I have been working with a lot more pearls lately. So let's get a little stoned, shall we? So I hear this way too often. You have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear, or you have a calendar full of events and you have no idea how you're going to show up for them. And that's when I come in. My focus is really adding ease to the space of wardrobe for you, so you're not trying to figure out what to wear. That's already ready to go, and you're just focusing on showing up in your respective ministry. Visit www.samwashere.org so that you can schedule a free 15-minute check-in call and figure out a style plan that works for you. All right, so I found this very interesting that pearls enhance the power of the moon, which signifies softness, charming eyes, love, family life, steady mind, and many other good things. And it's crazy because my family dynamic has been in my mind or my heart a lot lately, and I have really just been in a deep focus space about how I can show up better in my family and how we can shift the dynamics in my family. Well, that's another episode. Sometimes it's just very weird in these family dynamics, and we have to shake some things up and disrupt what was so that we can recreate something new and different, and it's something that feels better for us. But nonetheless, I had to dig a little deeper because pearls, of course, they hit me in the spiritual space, but I'm just like, well, wait, let me go back a little bit. How are they actually made? And pearls are made by marine oysters and freshwater mussels as a natural defense against an irritant, such as a parasite entering their shell or damage to their fragile body. And damn it, if that isn't poetic, sheesh, like seriously, let's just sit and think with that. Like it's literally a natural defense against an irritant. So something is coming into this oyster or mussel, and it's causing this agitation and whatever that looks like. And I'm translating now for myself, frustration, anxiety, all of those things, right? Those are sometimes the irritants that exist within me. So just knowing that something still can be birthed out of those irritating circumstances, something beautiful, something just so priceless can still emerge, even though it may be in the most unideal conditions. That was just very poetic to me, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. Are you ready to wear your piece? New Vintage by Sam aims to fuel the wardrobe through wellness conversation, beginning with a few stones to self and soul care, the Healing Hardware Collection. Visit www.newvintagebysam.com to view the collection and follow the journey on Instagram at New Vintage by Sam. All right, so this past weekend, I had a Solitude weekend, which was my time to step completely away from all of the things, family, my laptop, the work, all of that. I just needed a moment to just sit and be and exist without feeling like I was like pushed and pulled in different directions. And I think that's necessary for me as a Black woman and just being a human being on this earth. I need moments of solitude to break away from the noise, to recharge, refill my cup, but really kind of like recalibrate because there's so much happening in the world all of the time. And there's so much stimulation. So if it isn't Instagram or TV, then it's just the stimulation and agitation that I experience, maybe just by being in a room with people. I myself am definitely an empath. I'm really just, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to embrace it, but I truly feel energy. And I think all of us have that capability. But I think the closer that you get to yourself, when you reconnect with yourself, when you start to do that work, it allows you to be more sensitive and in tune with a lot of the things that's going on outside of you. So when I say things like it's too peoply outside and or I can't people today, it's really just my way of saying like I just need to save myself for me. It's like it's no shade to anybody. It's all love. But I need me for me today. And sometimes people be peopling. And then they say crazy things and then they have these wild expectations and so forth. And honestly, a lot of folks don't have boundaries, but then I recognize that's just because they don't have personal boundaries with themselves. So I'm on a tangent here, but nonetheless, the solitude weekend was just my way of shutting things down, going into my little bubble and doing what I needed to do. So for me, that looked like getting a cute little suite situation for 2 nights. I did whatever the hell I wanted to do. I did some blogging. No, I didn't do any blogging. What am I talking about? I read some blogs. I listened to some podcasts. I danced. I grabbed a book from Target. I love notebooks. I really, really do. And it was this beautiful notebook that says Trust the Journey. And it was like the color that grabbed me. It's a Black woman on the front with her hair up in a bun that looks like it's like locks with these beautiful adornments on them. Cowrie shell hanging from a tendril. Very cute, right? Deep fuchsia color on the back. Y'all know how I feel about that. So I got this book and it inspired me to not create a journal, but almost like a workbook, if you will. And what I started doing during my solitude weekend was just kind of writing down some things based on the podcasts that I was listening to that helped to prompt some thought for me to do some self exploration and digging. I am real big on self discovery, y'all. Like, I am not the same person I was 5 years ago, 2 years ago, hell, even yesterday. I allow myself to change my mind. And I am really about a flow. And if it doesn't feel good, then I'm just like, you know what? We're just gonna switch it up. We just not gonna stay stuck here because we feel obligated to just stay in something because we said we would. Someone told me that the most kind thing you can do is be honest. And I really believe in that. And that's just for me, kindness to myself. Let me be honest with myself. That is the most kind thing that I can do. And even out in the world, let me be honest with you versus just faking the funk and pushing through and doing some shit that I just don't like or I'm not feeling anymore. So this workbook really helped to just kind of be like a little a playground for me to jot down some things and some ideas about self. Like I have a life values page just where I listed out what's most important to me. And honestly, as I looked it over, I'll share a little bit with you. It's God first. And if we are created in the image of God, that includes me. And then there's family. Then there's business. But then I put like a slash next to business and create because the beautiful thing is I have been able to create a business where I can be creative within it. And that really just that did a thing for me. Like I almost like burst out into tears like, damn girl, you are really doing it. Like you're really doing this thing. You've done it scared. You've had some moments, some failures and things, but you have stayed the course. And that is commendable for me. I also have a page with breadcrumbs, like, just breadcrumbs and things that I've accepted that I am no longer. And I have a page that's full of affirmations and things that I had to write down to try to clear out the muck in terms of my personal beliefs. Sometimes that little voice, man, sometimes that little voice does a thing and is continuing to say the same stuff over and over again. So versus just trying to fake it till you make it, I have been using these affirmations as a way to kind of crawl out of that pit So, for instance, instead of thinking that I'm not prepared or ready for the next level, just saying something as simple as I am equipped for this next season helps me to feel more at ease and more calm. So, for me, the goal is not to just act like, life isn't real and things aren't happening and that my experience isn't what it is, but it is to try to think about it a little bit more, uh, to think about it in a different perspective, to shift it up, to switch it up a little bit, to look at it from a different window. You know what I mean? Because that is important as well, versus just seeing it one dimensionally. So I'm super proud of myself for that. These affirmations have helped. This workbook is something and a tool that I intend to just tap into each day. And it's different than journaling to me because journaling is more or less like an account of the day, at least in my eyes. This is how I do my journal. Just account for the day. What had happened was this person got on my nerves, like blah, 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 whatever. This workbook is a space for me to uplift and empower myself. It's very specific. So almost like if I'm feeling down in the dumps, I can literally go right back to this workbook and see bulleted points that jump out at me that immediately recharge my focus and just recharge my energy, all of those things. So that was one of the takeaways from the Solitude weekend. So I know taking a full weekend for yourself may be a lot for some folks, and that's just not something. I mean, one, I don't do it often. I don't do it often enough. It will happen, but I do still have to create those sacred spaces of just quiet time for me to just get my shit together and not think for anybody else, not think about anything but myself, and be okay and rest and cry or whatever I want to do to feel back, to get back to me. That's what I'm going to do. So that's what I am going to charge you with doing. So even if you can't get away for a weekend, think about what your solitude space looks like. What does it look like to just take a moment to pour into yourself, to do some self discovery, to get quiet, tune out the noise, and just go within? What does that look like for you? Is it maybe an hour outside taking a walk? Is it your nighttime routine, just making that a whole moment for yourself, just doing it real sexy, like, some really good smell good, some candles. Ooh, ooh, yes, that sounds good. I think I might try that later. But sit and think about what yourself needs and figure out a way to honor yourself and take a moment to pour into yourself and recharge and have your solitude space.